How's it guys, Justin here, and welcome back to another video of Justin on Cars. And have a look at this, guys. We're standing in a sunroof of a Bakkie. So yeah, welcome to the GWM P300 LT. And guys, I'm very excited to review this Bakkie because yeah, at this price point of starting at 600,000 Rand and this one at 650, I mean, what more can you ask for? A four-wheel drive, double cab Bakkie with all the tech and features. I mean, come on. I'm very excited to show you guys what this vehicle is all about. So stick around to see that smile rating at the end of the video, and obviously in different segments. So yes guys, without further ado, let's jump into the P300. So the P300 is part of the P series, but obviously an updated version. So you get two different versions. You get this LT and then you get the LTD, which is a more rugged off-road version of the P300. But with the LT you get a 4x2 and a 4x4. Now remember to become a member, guys. The first 5 members will still get their t-shirt, so remember to come and become a member of Justin on Cars, where you will get exclusive content on videos releasing earlier and obviously some bloopers, but there's still some stuff that will come in the near future. So become a member now and make sure to stick around. So the P300 is the family member of the P series, obviously just an updated version. Today we're going to look at the 4x4 LT, the one you use for your everyday 4x4, if that makes sense. Starting with the design, I absolutely love this front design. It's very robust, but also gives that elegant look and feel. So it gives that Bakkie look and feel, but also at a very elegant way. This daytime driving light also very classy. At night, yes, I know it is flickering a little bit, but guys, this badge over here, I love the fact that they didn't really put GWM all over. They just simply play with the badge. You'll see on the interior as well. Love this big grille in front, but I love the simplicity of it and the ruggedness at the same time. It really changed a little bit from the standard P series. You see, you also get this 18-inch alloy wheel with this diamond cut. Beautiful wheel arches. I don't know why they do this, but it looks pretty cool. You get a side step. With the LTD you get a little bit more of a rugged side step, but you get a side step nonetheless. I love this. This is quite nifty. What they also changed here at the back, remember the P series didn't have this flat Bakkie design. It kind of looked like it went upwards, like with this fat back over here. This one really looks like a proper Bakkie. Like, I love this design. Flat at the top just gives a proper Bakkie vibe to it. Going at the back here, one thing I really do love about this Bakkie is the back. You'll see something very different with this trunk lid over here. Love this new design on the LEDs at the back lights. It really looks fantastic. Like, really guys, it's such a nice Bakkie. Like, it really looks good. I won't say it's the best. It kind of almost gives me Isuzu vibes, like especially at the back here, gives me Isuzu vibes. In front, almost like a Nissan Navara vibe. Yeah, almost there. But yeah guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the design of this GWM. I really think it also draws attention. People look at it like, what is this new thing? But just check quickly guys. I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to drop it, right? Just drop it. Ah, look at that. That should be standard on all Bakkies. And then of course, the famous step. So you just push this button in here, and then you pull this out, and then voila. I don't think I want to try it though. Okay, yeah, you can. So let's jump in. Woo! Okay, so yeah, that really works quite well. You can see it's a massive loading bin at the back here. So let's jump down. Check, it's got a little spring action as well, so that is quite nice. Oh, okay. I wonder if I close it up, is it going to stay there? Is it going to jump back? Okay, so guys, if you need some downforce, you can always pull this out, and then at least you get a little wing at the back here. Check that out. Hey, I've got my own sports wing on my GWM P300. Yo guys, absolutely stunning. Well, let's stop making jokes and pop that back. And it's very light, I have to say. When you pop it back closed, it's actually a very light lid. Let's quickly have a look at the inside. Just excuse, I've got my water in the back here. We'll jump in to see all the size and everything. We're just looking at the design. Love this plush seat over here. Let's quickly check the front. Okay. In front as well, I love the fact that you get soft touches everywhere. It's a luxurious premium feel. It's a very premium Bakkie, let's be honest. You can see on the steering wheel here, check what they did with the steering wheel. It's literally the badge. I mean, what more can you ask for? But I love the simple design. Like, it's very straightforward, just flat. It gives a robust feel. It gives a premium ambience to it, and also it gives a Bakkie vibe, but also a luxurious car vibe. Like, this really looks fantastic. Absolutely love that. So I honestly think for design and style with this Bakkie, I mean, if I compare it to the other Bakkies out there, it's a really good looking Bakkie. Just look at that from the back here. Doesn't it also look good here at the beach or at the ocean? It really looks fantastic. So for design and style, I have seen more beautiful Bakkies. This really is just a plain beautiful Bakkie. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't stand out too much. It just looks like a beautiful Bakkie. So today, for design and style, I'm going to give this a score of 7 out of 10. What do you guys think? Is that a fair score? What's your opinion about the score on this car? What would you score it out of 10? Now let's get into the comfort and practicality. Like you just saw, this lid over here, very easy to open up. There's a lot of space here in the loading bin. A lot of space. Like, let's be honest, that's a lot of space. Let's jump into the back here quickly. We're going to jump inside just now. So I just want to move this. Okay, well, let's move my water up quickly. Yeah. Okay, go in there, my friend. And then you as well. Okay. Well, guys, you can also see, check there, you also get a fire extinguisher on all the GWM brands. That's pretty nice. So yes, okay, let's start here. Comfort and practicality. These seats are very beautiful, almost very leather-like, so it really feels like leather. Isofix as a standard. You can pull these seats flat down as well. So there's something in here. What is that? Okay, that's to unlock the vehicle. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I guess that unlocks the vehicle when your car is stuck in park and you need to tow the vehicle. So yeah, you can move these seats forward. That is a very nice feature. And before we jump in, let's have a look at the door. 6 speakers all around. Okay, this is a hard plastic over here, but it's a soft touch. This feels very premium. Soft touches everywhere where you need to put your arms and touch everything. Plastic at the bottom here, but with a big cup holder. So yeah, can't really complain about that. Map holder over here. 2 USBs, no USB-C, only USB-C in the front. And of course you get an extra bit of storage space in there. Let's pop this open. Whew, no cup holder here, but at least you have an armrest. Check how easy this is to jump in. Ah, love that. I love the fact that you always have an oh my gosh handle here. Just makes life so much easier. And the side step, come on. Sure, okay, I think the door feels a bit bendy to me, but in any case, oh my gosh, handle here. I do feel like I'm sitting up high. This reminds me a lot of, what was that Bakkie that I drove that I felt this high as well? I think it was in the Navara. Also felt like I'm sitting up very high here at the back, but there's still plenty of headroom over here. You can see this is very close to my face, but this indent over here really gives me that extra bit of headroom. So I'm 174 centimeters, so you can imagine if you are 7 foot, you're gonna bump a little bit here, I would say, or you're gonna scratch your hair. But other than that, it's not sitting upright, so it does have a bit of an incline or decline, whatever the case. It does feel kind of comfortable. I mean, it's a firm seat, you can feel it's a thin seat, but I can't really complain about it too much. It really, there's a lot of leg room over here. There's leg room in the middle over here. Yeah, guys, let's pull this down quickly. Let's see. Okay. symmetrical. Yeah, this one is a bit higher, but other than that, I think I can sit like this for quite a long distance. But for the person buying the Bakkie, let's see what happens in front. Let's see the space in front, and then we get to the tech and features. Yeah, yes, like this thing is solid, eh? Jeez, like. And again, side step makes life so much easier. Yo, this actually feels very solid when you close this door. You also have an oh my gosh handle on this side, so I can really go off-road and say, yo bro, come on, hold on tight guys, we're gonna not roll. I know, I'm silly today, the sun is out, so I feel a little bit cuckoo. Anyway, the space in front is very, very nice. I've got my 6-way adjustable seat over here. This is the lowest I can go though. So sometimes I do feel like I'm sitting up very high. I would have liked to be able to go down a little bit more, just to be in center of my steering wheel like this. I don't know, because now it feels like I'm driving down a little bit, but can't really complain about it too much. It's still a very nice driving position. Seats are nice and soft and comfortable. They hug me quite nice here as well. Cup holders on the side here. I do have a funny cup holder on the side here, so you can see with my trusty little Flow bottle, you can see it goes in very deep on this side, and then on this side it does not go in deep at all. So that does become a little bit annoying if you have 2 coffees of the same size. So then you'll have to figure out which one goes in first. But nonetheless, you do get cup holders. It is nice that they have one that is a little bit up higher, because sometimes you do get a small cup and then it's easier to reach. But then with the other Haval H7 that I drove, you can press the button and it pops up. So they could have done it here as well. Cup holders on the side here. There's some extra storage here, extra storage here, extra storage here. There's storage obviously in your cubby, storage over here. Yes guys, there's storage everywhere. In your center armrest, there's also a sliding mechanism over here with storage. There's storage in there. If I open this, what's that? What is in there? I guess that's for the cooling and the heating of the cubby in the middle over here. So yeah, there's plenty of storage space, which makes life a lot easier. Just one place for your phone though, or one phone, but at least your passenger can have their phone in here. So really gives a nice Bakkie feel to it. I think for comfort and practicality, yeah, I think they could have made the seat go down a little bit more. I think they could have made this a proper smooth leather steering wheel. Headrest is quite nice. I'm looking straight forward. Yeah, I think for comfort and practicality, I am going to score this a beautiful 8 out of 10. Now, let's check the tech and features of this GWM P300. Starting here by the front door, oh, I just love this badge over here, that's pretty cool. Starting at the front door, like I said, you get 6 speakers all around. You get electric window winders all around the vehicle as well, and all of them are double touch, you see, check. So if I close it again, and it goes all the way down. That's pretty nifty, I like that. Lane change warnings, lane change assistant, like you'll see when we go out for the drive, it works very well as well. You get your 6-way adjustable seat, so up, down, out, back, front, back, well, incline, decline, front, back. So that is nice. Just excuse the dirt. One thing I don't like is the carpet. So it does have a hole here, but it doesn't have anything to hook the hole in. So this carpet does slide around a lot. But anyway, let's jump in. Oh, you see there? Already slides to the side. Traction control off. Let's close it up. You do get a funky ambient lighting over here, which is very different. So it lights up in blue at night, but during the day you can see there's a bit of green and white. So that is pretty nice. I love the materials in here. So yes, that is a harder plastic. This is soft over here, soft plastic here. This leather steering wheel does feel quite nice. It is a bit on the rough side, but I wonder if they don't do that because it's an off-road vehicle to give that extra bit of grip. Possibly. Flappy paddle on this 9-speed DCT box. Look at this logo over here. You get a 12.3-inch touchscreen, which has also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We'll go through the settings just now. A 7-inch instrument cluster over here, which is also quite intuitive. You can change a few things, so let's just press OK. You can see my range there. Just want to show you the fuel consumption quickly. There we go. I'm sitting at 9.8 liters per 100 kilometers, guys, and I've driven almost 300 kilometers, 11 hours in the car, so not too bad. So here you can see your radio stations, here you can see your calls or your Bluetooth connectivity, any information if the vehicle, if something is broken. And then obviously you can see I have a few settings over here where I can do theme selection, so different themes. So if I press OK, it's going to give me a different theme. I know you're probably just seeing iPhone at the moment, so let's go back. Driving data, language, factory reset, and maintenance miles. So yes, this car does need to go for a service, so you can see there 0 kilometers. It does have real-time traffic information as well. No heads-up display, but I mean, I can live with that. But let's get to the screen over here. Like I said, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And it's also very, very easy to use, guys. I love the fact that you have physical buttons over here for your seat heating. You don't get ventilated seats, only in the LTD. It just makes life so much easier. Here is some physical, well, not physical buttons, but some buttons over there. Driving assistance systems, driving mode memory. Let's go. Okay, so that's in car. So, oh, what did I switch off? Driving mode memory, yes. No, go back. I'm just pressing buttons here. Switch that off, guys. Let's go back to car. Let's go to in car again. So your lights, active welcome light, follow me home, wireless charger. So yes, it does have a wireless charger with air vents to keep you nice and cool, your phone nice and cool. Driving, driving, I need to switch on my vehicle first, I guess. So let's do that. Driving, so automatic emergency braking. Yes, it does have adaptive cruise control, all of that. Front collision warning, lane assist, rear side assist, so you can see doubling assistance, door opening warning, traffic signs, real-time traffic information, parking, so your 360-degree camera at low speeds, which looks very good. Look at this. Look at how clear the screen is. You can see everything at the back there. I can also move around my vehicle. Let's see if that works. No, that doesn't work. Let's see on the sides. I want to see, I haven't even played with this camera yet, so let's see on the sides here, front, back. Okay. Oh, that's just your lanes. What does this button do? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, note the environment. So let's go front camera. You can see that sun is bright and glaring in my face there. So let's go back into reverse. Environment around the vehicle. So is that for the car wash, I guess? So yeah, guys, let's see. Transparent chassis. Okay, but that looks boring, so let's switch that off. So you guys can see it's a very, very good camera system. Let's pop this back into park. And everything else in this car really is fantastic. So I'm going to switch it off now. Here you can also see you get extra 12-volt sockets, so you can switch on your sockets if you plug in lights, for instance. There is your 4x4 or your diff lock, your camera 4-wheel drive low. Like I said, wireless charging, USB and USB-C with a 12-volt socket over here. And then, of course, all your driving modes. So if I go... Let's press enter. Okay, so if I go into my driving modes, I can choose, I have to switch the vehicle back on again. I can choose between eco, hello, okay, there we go. I can choose between eco, sport and normal, and then yeah, that's basically it. You can just choose between your different driving modes, so very quick and easy over there. And then, like I said, guys, cup holders, get this extra storage over here. Tech and features is phenomenal. But one thing you get in this Bakkie that you don't get in any other Bakkie that I've seen ever in my entire life is, yes, you saw that, the sunroof. I mean, that is awesome. I love the fact that I have a sunroof. Yo, the sun is in my face. I love the fact that I have a sunroof. Like, seriously, you can just get this fresh air in. Look at the sky, guys. I mean, why don't you want this fresh air? It's winter fresh air. It feels nice. The sun is shining. It's just beautiful, especially in the mornings. Absolutely love that. For tech and features, it doesn't have everything, but it does have everything that you need. But everything works very well. The only thing that doesn't work very well is walking away from the vehicle and coming toward your vehicle when it locks and unlocks. That only worked once in my entire week with this Bakkie. But I have to say, for tech and features, at this price point, if I compare it to any other Bakkie at this price point, it really is fantastic. Driver assistances, your heated seats. So I have to give it a solid 8 for tech and features, definitely. Now let's quickly have a look at the engine, and then we take this beautiful baby out for a drive, and then after that we'll do the value for money. Okay, now I found it. It's here in the corner. It's in the corner. Okay, we open up your fuel cap as well. Now I know if I ever get stuck. So let's pop that open. Let's have a look see. Let's see, is this going to be easy? Oh yeah, it is actually quite easy. So let's pop this open. Oh guys, it has shock absorbers. Like, that really makes life so much easier. Anyway, let's just have a look at this engine. So you can hear that click, 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 click. So this is a 2.4 turbocharged diesel engine. And yes guys, 135 kilowatts and 480 newton meters of torque, mated with a 9-speed dual clutch or wet dual clutch transmission that has been developed through GWM themselves. So yes, you'll see now out on the drive what I think about the transmission, and it's just an absolute beautiful engine. Like, especially at this price point guys, you really cannot go wrong with this 2.4 turbocharged diesel engine. It's a nippy engine. It really feels phenomenal. Woohoo! Now let's take it out for a drive. Driving the GWM P300 LT. Yo, I have to say, it's a lekker bakkie. It's lekker being in a bakkie again. I absolutely just love driving bakkies. I don't know why. I think I've just been, I think I'm getting older. Or with, okay, well, I can't really say Cape Town's roads are that bad, but I mean, roads in general, I mean, it's always lekker sitting up high, being the boss on the road, if that makes sense. When you're driving past people, or if you drive past a sedan, you just look down on them like it's shame, he's down there on the ground. I'm just kidding guys. I obviously still love my sedans and my coupes and my hatchbacks. I still love my cars, but it's always like being in a bakkie. And this is my first time. I've always wanted to drive the P series, which is obviously the older version of the P300, but I see they still sell them, so I think this is just an updated version, or just a newer version of the P series. So this is now the more expensive version, if that makes sense. So obviously, you know, they come with a 2.4 diesel engine, turbo diesel engine, and let me tell you, what a nifty engine. Yo, this really pulls. Like, for instance, I've driven a different car with a 1.9 turbo diesel engine, and that to me felt like it needed a little bit more power, you know, something in the same price range. But with this bakkie, it feels tight. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the first time I got into this bakkie, it didn't feel like I'm driving this massive bakkie. It felt like, or truck, it just feels like I'm driving a car or a sedan, so it feels nice and tight. The steering is nice and tight as well. It's it doesn't feel that big, and with this engine, it really is very nippy. Like, you'll see now, it's I'm going to put my foot down just a little bit, just a little bit. It's a bit noisy, the engine, but I mean, it is a diesel engine. It's a real bakkie engine, like, you can hear it. So one thing about this car is the suspension. So I have to say, it does really feel like a bakkie. So the suspension is a bit hard. It is very bouncy at the end of the day. So when I go over a hump, or if I get a little nick in the road, you can feel it. Like, yeah, you're gonna see it's pretty bouncy. Like, we're gonna bounce it around a little bit, you see, and there's a hump here again. Bumps are a little bit bouncy, but I think it's because it's the bakkie with the suspension. Obviously, it does tend to feel a bit more bouncy than a normal car. But one thing I have to say, I've driven a bakkie before that really feels smooth on the road. Like, honestly, very smooth. This reminds me a lot of the Hilux. It feels a lot like the Isuzu Hilux Navara sort of feel, you know, that real raw bakkie feel on the road. So that is in a way a plus point, because you do feel like you're driving a bakkie, and in another way it doesn't feel like a soft bakkie, and in another way it's also, yeah, how is it going to feel on the long distance if I drive 700 k's with this? Is it going to feel bumpy and bouncy? Am I going to get a little bit car sick when we sit at the back, for instance? That's one thing I wouldn't be able to tell you, because I haven't driven this bakkie on a long distance drive. Maybe next time. But other than that, check the power. Like, it pulls, guys, it really pulls. Steering is nice and fun. When I put it into sport as well, it's even more direct. So now we're in sport. I'm going to take this gap here. That's just my water, guys. So now we're in sport, and you can immediately feel like when I pull away, it's much more responsive. So the throttle response is definitely much quicker. Hey, and it goes, like it really goes. And this 9-speed automatic gearbox. It is a wet dual clutch transmission developed by GWM, which is fantastic. It's smooth changes, but it does tend to feel a bit clanky at some times. So when I have to pull away, for instance, when I stand at a robot, or if there's a car, let's say for instance I'm stuck in traffic and I need to pull away, as soon as I just touch it, it goes. And then if you leave it, it still goes. It gets this initial jump like, whoa. And then also when I put my foot down, so 1, 2, 3, you see it's responsive. Let's try that in sport quickly. I'm just going to do this. So 1, 2, 3. Definitely more responsive in sport, but what happens is you can feel how it moves between the gears. So you can feel it goes, then it pulls away. So yeah, it's responsive, it's smooth, but it does tend to feel a bit clanky at some times, or at some point. Another thing, if I put it in manual, that's one thing I do like about GWMs, is it stays in manual. And the fact that the car has the manual transmission makes it much smoother. So I can now decide the gear I need to be in, and then obviously just take it from there. So I'm going to keep it in gear now. Let's keep it in 3rd gear. Let's see what happens. It does not change back to drive. Now that's nice. When you choose manual, especially for off-road, you want to stay in manual because you want to keep that gear. You don't want to go uphill and then it chooses a different gear. You don't want to do that. You just want to keep your gear and obviously maintain your power. I'm getting a funny smell now. But we are doing a review, so we have to test these things out so that you can experience it live here on your television. But yeah, guys, going around corners, the only thing is parking in any Bakkie is a mission. I mean, the way Bakkies are set up, it is a little bit of a mission because it's a big long wheelbase. So yeah, parking is a little bit more difficult, especially if I have to turn into the parking. I always reverse in, but even with that, you have to time it right and get your bum right on that corner, and then you can pull in. Then it makes life a lot easier. But other than that, yeah, I honestly can't complain about this Bakkie. The steering is nice, the driver assistances feel good. Let me show you this quickly. We're going to switch on elk. So the elk is switched on. Now, emergency lane keeping. I figured it out. Okay, so now you're going to see here, I'm going to push my steering wheel into the lane. Check, guys, see, hands free. See how center it keeps me on the road. Do you see that? Now that is very, very nice. I do love that, honestly. So you check here, I'm going to do this again. So now I'm going to push my steering wheel into the lane again. So check there. Woo! And check it how center it keeps me. It keeps me center, dead center, and it doesn't swerve me around too much. Like, I honestly love that about GWM. They really worked on the advanced driving systems 100%. Adaptive cruise control also on this vehicle. So yeah, you really get everything, and they all work very well. Just look at that beautiful sky today. How awesome is that? So yes, guys, I think in general with this Bakkie, I've been driving other Bakkies, so yeah, I'm gonna obviously score it against what I've experienced before. So this is one of the best that I've driven. I mean, it does feel like a Bakkie, but when I'm driving on the smooth tar like this, it really feels smooth, but you can feel that little bit of a bumpiness, and I can't complain too much about that. Honestly, it's really not that bad. But I have driven Bakkies that are much smoother on the road. I don't know if that makes them feel softer, but it definitely makes them feel more comfortable. I like the fact that it's not as big or feels as big. I love the nippy little engine. It's not a little engine, but I love the nippiness of the engine. Like if you put your foot down, you can overtake. It's really not an issue at all. So the power delivery is spot on. I mean, it compares with your 3-liter diesel Isuzu, for instance, almost the same amount of power, more torque, 5 kilowatts less, and yes, like much better price. So yeah, for me, driving feel on this Bakkie, my seating position and everything, I think just the way that I'm driving. So I'm going to give this, for driving feel, I'm going to give it a solid 7. I also think the noisier engine also makes me feel like a 7 is a very good score for this Bakkie, because it's not bad at all, but it's not the best, if that makes sense. Okay, so now let's talk value for money. Now this is really where this Bakkie stands out. So for 600,000 Rand, and for this one at 650, let's work on 650. What are you going to get for 650 that is 4-wheel drive with a 9-speed DCT box with all this tech and features, with a sunroof? I mean, brand spanking new, with a 7-year 200,000 kilometer warranty and a 7-year 75,000 kilometer service plan. What are you going to get at that price point? You also get a 7-year unlimited kilometer roadside assistance. So if you look at it, Isuzu X-Rider is run about 650, run about there for the 4x2. Then if you look at the Ford Ranger, you're going to pay 650 for the double cab XL, so the standard 2-liter turbocharged diesel there as well, and then with less kilowatts, of course. And then also you're going to look at the 2.4 GD6 Toyota Hilux with steely wheels, which is also 4x2 and a manual gearbox. So you can just imagine, guys, this really falls in place with all of those Bakkies. It really, really does. And this brand has been around since, 2007. So GWM really has made its mark in the South African market. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm going to give this car a really big score on the value for money, because what you get out there, that's basically what I'm comparing this with. So value for money in today's world with this Bakkie, 4x4, tech and features, I have to give it a proper score of, I'm going to go nuts here, I'm going to say 10 out of 10, because you don't get anything in this class at this price point. You just don't in the Bakkie world. Definitely not. So value for money, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, and that's just what I've experienced out of this Bakkie. So that's our first 10 out of 10. Yay! So there we go, guys, a total score of 40 out of 50. That gives us our first 80%. I mean, that is fantastic. Like, really, 80%, it really is very good value for money. And what you get in this Bakkie, it's really a phenomenal vehicle. Like, I would definitely say, just go out and buy it. Go test drive the other Bakkies at this price point, or pay $1 million. I mean, pay, what's it, 650, 350,000 Rand more. That's an extra 7,000 Rand a month more on your installments. You can get these Bakkies for as low as 7,000 Rand per month if you go on a 40% residual or balloon payment. You look at a 10% deposit, prime minus 2 something interest rate over 72 months. I did say that. Then you're going to look at about 7,000 Rand per month for all of this. Obviously just the 4x2 version, but you still have the same tech and features at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the P300 GWM, and yeah, let me know. Let's have a chat about it, and what would you compare this with and why. So remember to hit pause now. So you can see the score of this Bakkie in each segment. Go through that again, and have a lucky day, guys. Stay safe. Oh yes, and remember to become a member. Have a lucky day, guys. Stay safe. Peace.